8.3 million tons of trash are discarded into our ocean every single year. In order to fight this problem and bring more attention to it, I decided to walk down this river for 24 hours straight and pick up as much trash as I can find. I wanted to see how far can I go in 24 hours and how much trash would I actually be able to pick up.
What is this? What?
It was a crazy adventure, and if you end up liking this video, don't forget to like and subscribe. Also, this challenge is inspired by MrBeast, who's trying to collect $30 million to help fight pollution in our oceans. I will leave the donation link in the description down below. Go Team Seas! This is the river I decided to walk alongside of. I actually think this spot is really beautiful. It's located on the countryside of Germany, then flows into the Netherlands and from there into the North Sea. All I had with me was this bicycle so that I can transport the trash bags, a camera, some food, a flashlight and some other basic gear. When I started the challenge, it was actually quite fun and I enjoyed the nice scenery and animals. I saw swans, cows, waterfalls and of course a lot of trash. A lot of it was deep in the bushes, so I had to walk through there, which is also where I found this weird looking thing. I didn't want to touch it, but I have no idea what it is. Now the reason why plastic in particular is so damaging for our environment is that it does not decompose. All the plastic can eventually end up in the stomachs of other animals, including you. If you ever ate a fish, you probably also have eaten some plastic, most of which is so small that you can't even see it.
I didn't think this river would be this clean. I'm 2 hours in now and I only have like one sack.
At this point in time, I had no idea how physically and mentally demanding this challenge would eventually become along the way. But for now, I just kept collecting.
I just punched myself in the face with a twig.
On one hand, it's obviously great that this river in particular was this clean, but on the other hand, it ended up filling my bags pretty slowly. Especially because most of what I found were pretty small items.
So I'm 3 hours in now and I think the first sack is full, so I think I can open up the next one. There we go. Welcome in Gelderland. We're in the Netherlands.
So before doing this challenge, I watched a live nogging video on what would happen if you walk for 24 hours straight and
your blood pressure may plummet, your calves may stop pumping blood, and you might simply collapse.
What? So yeah, I decided to take things slowly and take some breaks every once in a while. Like on this bench, for example.
That was just bound to happen. Look who wants a piece of this trash.
These cows were all staring at me like they've never seen a human before. These sheep too. Now, since I was in the Netherlands, a few problems kept emerging. In Germany, there was always a bicycle path right next to the river I could just go alongside. But here in the Netherlands, there's a dead end and the area is fenced in. And I can't just jump over the fence because I have a whole bicycle with me. So I had to take a detour. This one took about an hour.
It's 5 p.m. right now, so I think it was an hour, but I found the river again and also the feed spot.
That was not the only problem though, because my trash bags kept being ripped open and I don't want to lose all the trash.
I don't know why it took me so long to figure this out, but I can just use tape. There we go, I hope this will do. Got the same thing over here.
I truly am a man of high intellect. About 5 hours in, it was already getting late, so before it got completely dark, I decided to have a little break on this bench and heat up some ravioli.
Some nice ravioli.
And afterwards, I cleaned it up, of course.
I found civilization. It's 1842 and it's starting to get a bit dark outside. Someone just left a whole box of pizza here. What the fuck?
When it eventually got dark, I was about 7 hours in and traveled about 17 kilometers. Also, because of the darkness, it became increasingly hard to navigate. My perfect Dutch speaking skills also didn't help with that problem.
Viswater gepacht. Door HSF de IJssel.
One thing I love about strolling through the Netherlands is that the Dutch sometimes sell some homemade items on the streets and leave these little hand notes. I just couldn't resist to get this homemade jam for €2. Also, around every corner there are these small bookshelves for the community. You can just take a book that you like, and if you have a book that you don't need anymore, you can just put it in the shelf for others to enjoy.
How can you read these? There's no pictures here. Oh, there are pictures. I'm 8 hours in and I'm really tired, which is why I'm getting this energy drink. My legs are... They hurt so much. I'm so exhausted, but I have to keep going.
After the break, I had to drive a long time through civilization because there was no path along the river. I still picked up every single piece of trash I could find, including this playground, because why not? And these things are the best.
This is just a guy with a long nose. It's 11 PM right now, and this is what my bags look like. So my flashlight just ran out of batteries and I forgot to bring extra ones.
After the 12 hours were finally done, it was time to head back into a different direction. Since this is the halfway point, I was gonna follow another river that flows back into Germany, and hopefully by the time the 24 hours were over, I would be able to make it to the junkyard and dispose of my trash. Oh, and my second bag was finally full, so it was time to open the third one. At this point, people were looking at me weirdly. Like, what is this child doing outside in the middle of the night with 3 trash bags around his bike? They must have thought I was homeless or something. I didn't really care about that and just kept collecting, and at this point this task became incredibly monotone. I was just picking up trash in complete darkness. Yes, I had the light of my phone, but everything else was just black. And I also didn't really film much because I didn't have any motivation. It was just dark and scary, and I just wanted to go home.
So it turns out that for an entire hour, I've been walking in the wrong direction. So I have to head back, and I can't believe this. This sucks, man. I feel like shit. I should stop myself and think this was a stupid idea. I finally know where I am again. Right behind these houses that you can't see, there's the river.
When I was finally back at the German border, I was super relieved.
Here we are. This took forever. I just want to go home.
15 hours and 46 kilometers in, and I took another little break. It was finally time to try out that delicious homemade jam I found earlier.
Lekker.
It was plum flavor and really good. The longer the night went on, the harder it was to just keep going. All I wanted was to see some sunlight again. This is how it felt like, how fast the time went by. I was so relieved when the sun finally came up again. What better view could there be to start your morning with than this beautiful lake? Oh, and this is what my bike looked like after the long night. Yeah, still looked like a homeless person. The sunlight was a huge motivation to keep going and finally get this challenge behind me. So after all of this and 24 hours, how far did I actually get to travel and how much trash did I collect? Well, it was about 55 kilometers and my bags looked like this. Subscribe if you liked the video and don't forget to donate to help keep plastic from our oceans. Link is again in the video description. Goodbye.